sweet potatoes and potatoes. We're gonna make fritter cakes today. I skipped a little piece here on the video when I was thinking, because I forgot the camera to turn it on when I was grating, but you would use a grater to grate the potatoes and the sweet potatoes. You want them shoestring style. In this case, I'm going to use some coconut oil because I need the oil to be at high temperature, and I use a lot of olive oil, but the high temperature olive oil is not good at high temperature, so we're going to use coconut oil. So we have sweet potato, and I have approximately 2 sweet potato and about 1.5 potato grated in here in this bowl. You're going to need some eggs, some flour, salt, any kind of condiments that you want to add to the mix. And so I am going to add about a cup and a half in this situation, but this is I record what I'm doing and then I go over it. And I would say instead of doing a cup and a half of flour, next time I would do just a cup. You want more of the veggie than you do of the flour. But in this video that we're doing, I did 1.25 cup of flour. And this is a quarter onion that I'm going to use, chop it up and add to it. I'm gonna dice it small because you want it to be incorporated in the fritter cake. So if you are not really used to using a big chef's knife, if you notice, I always curve my fingers in when I'm chopping because the top of the knife touches my knuckles, not my fingers. That's why I can do it a little bit fast. So we're gonna add a chile that I had in this in the refrigerator because I'm gonna make it a little bit spicy. And to help me dice it a little, I like to cut it, slice it and then dice it. You want to chop it fine, not real fine, but fine. You can add cilantro, you can add parsley, you can add garlic, you can just about add anything. It depends on what you want to mix in your in the mix. This one is just kind of simple. It's jalapeno flour, salt, sweet potato and potato, and you are gonna need some egg so that it'll stick together while you're frying it. This can be vegan but not vegetarian. I know vegetarians don't like the egg. I have never used it, but some people will add flaxseed to incorporate to substitute for the egg. I've been making my own spices, and what I've been adding is a spice that I made with dehydrated garlic, the onions, a little bit of celery, and Celtic salt. So you're just gonna incorporate everything together, stir it up. Try to mix it as best you can. You want to really mix in the flour. So if you do this at home, use a little bit less flour, and that way it's not so cakey. You want it to be have flour, but you want it to be more sweet potato and potato. So my coconut oil is getting hot. I have it on low heat so that it gets hot slow, but you do want it to be hot when you put in the fritters. We've taken a little while to show you guys some videos because of all the stuff that's going on, but I'm sure you're ready for some really nice quiet videos and garden instead of all the stuff that's going on Twitter and Facebook and everything. It's nice to see some back to normal things. So welcome back if we missed you for a little while, and we'll get back in gear again. So I've added about half a spoon of to make my fritter. You want to flatten it a little bit so it cooks even. I use 2 spoons to scrape it out because it's a little bit sticky. You want it to cook on high, but you don't want it to be too high that it burns and the middle part stays raw. You want it to cook even. Get crispy, but you want it to cook even. You can use these for just about anything. You can use it as to make sandwiches. You can use it just to eat it as with the vegetable. You can eat it as a side. Put some gravy if you like gravy. So today on the farm we had a lamb that had her baby. So watch the videos that we're going to be posting so that you can see the baby being born. We have a lot of really neat things that happen here on the farm. So my fritter has a really nice texture on one side. I'm going to flip it over so that I can cook it on the other side. And while this is cooking, maybe we'll make something to go with it. This will be our vegan meal idea. So the season is starting to come in, and we're gonna have a lot of vegetables to work with. I'm really excited. Our lettuce is growing, our kale, our Swiss chard. So we'll be doing a lot of really neat things with vegetables. I'm gonna make a sautéed veggie for my fritter. You know, you guys will be watching this right after Thanksgiving. So this will be a really good idea to take some turkey and put in between the fritters and eat it as instead of bread. Use the fritters instead of bread, even if it has flour. That would be a really good idea, or saute your leftover turkey. Okay, so now we're gonna make a sauteed veggie dish. I'm gonna add diced carrot, zucchini, and spinach. My fritters are almost ready. They're getting nice, golden, crispy. Doesn't it remind you of fried chicken breast? You want to make your squash, dice it, but you don't want to dice it too small because then you want it almost the same size as your carrots so that your plate will look really nice. You know, all the stalk, the ends, the skins, a good idea would, if you want to make your own soup stock, would be to freeze it and then use that to make your soup stock, all the scraps. With your bones, you just put it to cook. So you have your scraps in your freezer whenever you're ready to make some chicken stock or beef stock. You can use the scraps since you're gonna drain it anyways. I don't really waste anything. I find something to do with something. My fritters are almost ready. Nope, they're ready. They're nice and crunchy. Coconut oil doesn't give gives it a little sweet taste, but not overwhelming. So I can cook with the coconut oil. So I'm gonna put another batch while I'm working on the sautéed vegetables. Then you wanna flatten it a little so that it cooks even. Now for my vegetables, I am going to use some olive oil. A little olive oil to saute the vegetables. Now to this, you can add any kind of seasonings you want to add to. I kind of like to decide where I want the flavor. In this one, I'm adding a mixture that I made with garlic and habaneros. I made it from the farm, habaneros, and dehydrated them and made it into flour, and I got my own spice mix. I am selling spices, by the way, if you want to stop by the market and check out what we have, especially now where we're going to have some fresh vegetables available. We are open on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday from 10 to 6. We sell chicken, pork, steak, beef, rabbit, and lots of vegetables. And spices and moringa. You should stop by. The address is 19833 Morris Road, Harlingen. Now, that's only if you're in our local area. Obviously, if you're watching this and you're somewhere else, you can't come and visit us. But, watch us, and maybe one day when you take a vacation, you come and stop by. Now, the spinach, I usually use it whole, but in this case, I'm going to dice it a little bit because I want it to be smaller. This spinach usually is a three wash spinach. It's organic spinach, so they have to wash it 3 times, so I'm not going to wash it. Besides, spinach has a lot of water. I'll add a little bit of water sometimes to make steam and cook it a little faster, but most cases, spinach has its own water, so I don't add anything unless I need to. So my carrots and my squash I don't like it really overcooked, so they're slightly crunchy. And now I put in my spinach, and with the steam and the heat, should cook the rest of the way. little bit of water so it makes them steam faster. My fritters are almost ready. Again, you can even put shrimp and crab meat if you wanted to in this mix and make potato crab cakes, fritters. I call them fritters because they're crunchy fried. But you can do all kinds of things with the same idea. So if you wanted to, you could make a sandwich, like a veggie burger, and use this sweet potato as the main ingredient. Or you could just eat it with a side of vegetables. I forgot the salt. So my veggies are ready. It's got a beautiful color. Make a great presentation. For vegans, for vegetarians, this is the main dish, but if you wanted to eat it with meat, you could eat it with a steak or a chicken or anything that you wanted to mix it with. This is really good all by itself. It's heavy, so you really don't need to eat it with anything else because of the flour in the fritter. I would say this is a meal all by itself. Bye-bye, and hope to see you again next week. Remember, we're open Thursday, Fridays, Saturdays, and Mondays. Harlingen, Texas. See you soon. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share with your friends.